Who would win between Joe Frazier and Andre Ward? You might think Frazier's relentless power would overwhelm Ward. Or maybe you're skeptical that Ward's slick defense could stand up to Frazier's brutal left hook. Could the Son of God really handle the punishing pressure of Smokin Joe? In this video, we're diving deep into this fantasy showdown, analyzing every strength and weakness, and finally revealing who comes out on top in this clash of boxing legends. Get ready for a breakdown that will challenge your assumptions and deliver the ultimate answer to this dream matchup. Joe Frazier, the hard-hitting heavyweight from Philadelphia, is synonymous with relentless pressure and a devastating left hook. Known as Smokin Joe, Frazier's style was straightforward yet brutally effective. He was a fighter who believed in moving forward at all costs, bobbing and weaving to avoid punches while inching closer to deliver his thunderous blows. His legendary battles with Muhammad Ali showcased his incredible stamina, mental toughness, and a heart as big as his punch. Frazier's career was defined by his willingness to walk through fire, absorbing punishment in order to dish out his own. On the other hand, Andre Ward, known as Son of God, is a modern-day boxing master, a technician whose skill set is as diverse as it is effective. Ward's ability to adapt to his opponents is unmatched. He could outbox you from a distance, slip inside to work the body, and frustrate even the most experienced fighters with his ring IQ. Ward was never the hardest puncher, but his precision, timing, and strategic acumen made him a formidable opponent for anyone. His unbeaten record is a testament to his discipline, adaptability, and intelligence inside the ring. When analyzing this matchup, it's essential to consider the strengths and weaknesses of both fighters. Joe Frazier's most significant strength lies in his pressure. Once Frazier started moving forward, he was almost impossible to deter. His left hook was one of the most feared punches in boxing history, capable of turning the tide of a fight in an instant. Frazier also had an iron chin and a relentless work rate. However, his biggest weakness was his susceptibility to cuts and his tendency to absorb too much punishment. His straightforward style, while effective, made him predictable at times. Fighters with excellent jabs and movement, like Muhammad Ali, often found success against him by keeping him at bay and exploiting his lack of defensive finesse. Andre Ward, by contrast, was a defensive maestro. He was a master at neutralizing his opponent's strengths and exploiting their weaknesses. Ward's versatility allowed him to adjust his style depending on the opponent, whether it meant outboxing them from the outside or grinding them down in close quarters. His ability to control the pace of a fight was second to none, and his intelligence inside the ring made him a puzzle that most fighters couldn't solve. However, Ward's lack of knockout power was often seen as a weakness, as he relied more on technique and strategy to win fights rather than overwhelming his opponents with raw force. As the fight began, it was clear that Frazier was intent on imposing his will. He came forward, bobbing and weaving, looking to get inside and land his signature left hook. Ward, ever the tactician, utilized his footwork to keep Frazier at a distance, circling away from the power hand and jabbing to keep the aggressive heavyweight at bay. For the first few rounds, it was a classic battle of styles. Frazier, undeterred by Ward's movement, kept coming forward, landing some punishing shots to the body. But Ward, with his quick reflexes and sharp counters, began to frustrate Frazier. As the fight wore on, Ward's strategy became more apparent. He would clinch when Frazier got too close, neutralizing the inside game that was Frazier's bread and butter. When at a distance, Ward used his jab and movement to keep the fight on his terms. By the middle rounds, the tide had shifted. Frazier, despite his tenacity, began to slow down, the cumulative effect of chasing a constantly moving target. Ward, sensing the momentum change, started to take more risks, landing clean shots and pivoting away before Frazier could respond. In the later rounds, Ward's superior conditioning and ring intelligence began to show, while Frazier still pressed forward. His punches lacked the steam they had earlier. Ward, now more confident, started to pick Frazier apart, landing combinations and slipping out of danger. In the end, Andre Ward emerged victorious, winning by unanimous decision. His ability to adapt to Frazier's relentless pressure, combined with his defensive brilliance and tactical precision, proved too much for the legendary heavyweight. While Frazier's heart and determination were on full display, Ward's intelligence and versatility ultimately decided the outcome. It was a fight that showcased the essence of boxing, a true test of will, skill, and strategy. And on that night, the Son of God reigned supreme.